Welcome to eKids International System of Education, EISE. Raise your child on par with the international standards. Enroll your child in our Spoken eKids English project and witness their supremacy in English skill better than other children. An innovative eKids International way to learn and speak English as your mother tongue with international accent. Let us understand one of the 7 functionalities of our Spoken eKids English project. Pronunciation Skill Development, PSD. What is pronunciation? Pronunciation refers to the way in which we make the sound of words. To pronounce words, we push air from our lungs up through our throat and vocal cords, through our mouth, past our tongue and out between our teeth and lips. Sometimes air also travels through our nose. To change the sound that we are making, we mainly use the muscles of our mouth, tongue and lips to control the shape of our mouth and the flow of air. If we can control the shape of our mouth and the flow of air correctly, then our pronunciation is clearer and other people can understand us more easily. Pronunciation is definitely the biggest thing that people notice when you are speaking English. When you talk to a person in real life, they may not notice your limited vocabulary or grammar mistakes. But they will notice right away if your pronunciation is good or bad. If your pronunciation is poor, they will think about you as the guy, girl who speaks bad English, and good grammar and vocabulary won't help you. To improve the pronunciation, many institutes may focus on the phonics. Do you know what is phonics? Phonics is a method of teaching people to read by correlating sounds with symbols in an alphabetic writing system. Learning phonics is different, but learning, applying and using in order to improve the pronunciation is different. eKids International follows innovative EISE pedagogy which has skilled techniques. And that techniques will be practiced through the songs which can bring the best outcome. Popular music is a good place to start learning English with songs because the sentences are easy to understand. The vocabulary is simple and the sentences are short and sweet. Songs provide examples of authentic, memorable and rhythmic language. They can be motivating for students keen to repeatedly listen to and imitate their musical heroes. To pronounce words, we push air from our lungs up through our throat and vocal cords, through our mouth, past our tongue and out between our teeth and lips. Sometimes air also travels through our nose. Pronunciation can be improved in the following ways. 1. Using songs to focus on sounds. 2. Using songs to focus on words. 3. Using songs to focus on connected speech. Let's know about how to improve the pronunciation using songs to focus on sounds. Sounds are the smallest unit from which words are formed and can be categorized as vowels and consonants. Why are they difficult? As languages differ in their range of sounds, students have to learn to physically produce certain sounds previously unknown to them. Learners can find sounds difficult to pick out, and may not see the point in focusing on them. How songs can help. Songs are authentic and easily accessible examples of spoken English. The rhymes in songs provide listeners with repetition of similar sounds. Students often choose to listen to songs time and again, indirectly exposing them to these sounds. What we do. To focus learners on particular sounds, we create activities based on songs' rhymes. Activity 1. We replace some of the rhymes in the song with a gap. Students listen and fill the gaps, using the song to guide them. More analytically minded students can then categorize the words according to sounds. Alternatively, we highlight differences between sounds, using the lyrics to show how changing one sound can alter meaning. Minimal pairs. Activity 2. We choose words from a song from which minimal pairs can be created. Heaven, even. Hunger, anger. Man, mad. We write the pairs separately on cards and give out one set per group of 4 or 5 students. The students then match the pairs. They then listen to the song and grab the correct one. Choices are then checked against the lyrics. Let's know about how to improve the pronunciation using songs to focus on words. Words are combinations of sounds which form together to give meaning. A word is uttered in syllables, usually one emphasized syllable, the stress, and the rest weak, unstressed. Why are they difficult? Even when the same words exist in both languages, the number of syllables is not always identical. Each English word has its own stress pattern, with very complex rules to guide learners. Weak syllables are central to English, though students often find this hard to believe. Moreover, focusing on these can result in overemphasis, not weakening, of these syllables. How songs can help. Words in songs fit the music, helping learners associate the number of syllables, stress in these words, with memorable rhythms. The relaxed atmosphere songs expose students to difficult pronunciation area, without their realizing. Songs contain endless examples of weak syllables, helping to convince learners of the way English is pronounced. What we do. To raise learners' awareness of the number of syllables, word stress, our activities target specific words, especially those where the music makes the stress patterns clearer. Activity. We give out the lyrics, with certain words for students to guess the number of syllables, leaving a space by each word to write the number in. Students then listen, checking their predictions. At higher levels, we repeat the activity, with students underlining the stressed syllable whilst listening. We then drill these words and sing or chant the whole song through. Let's know about how to improve the pronunciation using connected speech. Connected speech is the natural way we speak, linking together and emphasizing certain words, rather than each word standing alone. Contractions, two words forming one, are an extreme example of the way we connect speech, to the extent that the written form too is affected. Why is it difficult? Students normally learn words individually and, especially at lower levels, tend to pronounce each word separately. Students frequently misconceive contractions as being incorrect, only used in slang. Not all words within a phrase carry the same weight. Word boundaries involving a consonant and a vowel are also linked, as we tend to drag final consonants to initial vowels or vice versa. For example, get on. Not at all. It's no joke. A syllable containing the unstressed schwa is often lost. For example, interest. Similar. Library. Different. Tonight. With consonants, it is T and D, which are most commonly elided, especially when they appear in a consonant cluster. For example, Christmas. Sandwich. The same process can occur across word boundaries, for example, must be. The first three. You and me. We stopped for lunch. The H sound is also often deleted. For example, you shouldn't have tell him. If your learners have not worked on these forms before, you might wish to set some lesson time aside to work specifically on these features of connected speech. One way of introducing them to sound deletions could be to write a few short phrases on the board. For example, that's an interesting idea. Are you coming out tonight? It's the tallest building. You must tell him. Try if possible to use language you have recently been working on in the classroom. Then ask the class to count the number of sounds in each word, and write the numbers which they give you on the board above the words. That's an interesting idea. 3 numbers. Are you coming out tonight? 4 numbers. It's the tallest building. 4 numbers. You must tell him. 3 numbers. How songs can help. Songs, and especially the chorus, provide real and catchy examples of how whole phrases are pronounced, often to the extent that students find it difficult to pick out individual words. The music further emphasizes the flow of the words. Songs, like other spoken texts, are full of contractions. Students can be keen to reproduce this, in order to sing the song as they hear it. What we do. We use songs that have numerous contracted words to convince learners that contractions are natural in English. Activity. We rewrite the lyrics with the contractions in full form. I'm wondering why. I cannot see. Students listen, identifying the contracted words. On a second listening, they rewrite the words with the contractions. I'm wondering why. I can't see. This works even with the lowest level classes. To help learners hear how words flow in phrases, we choose catchy tunes for learners to fit in words that instigate their creativity. Activity. We play each line of the chorus, for learners to hum back until they get the rhythm. In groups, students then order the lines of the song on strips of paper by remembering the tune. Other activities can focus on highlighting the strong words and phrases, and singing only these, replacing the rest with them. Finally, students can practice and present their singing, for example for a song contest. Alternatively, more creative groups could write their own words to fit the tune. Different interpretations of the same song are called song variants. Variants help students to make their own sentences. Any song can be an example of different pronunciation aspects. However, we try to choose songs that are clear, use quality recordings where possible, not too fast, memorable, likely to appeal to our learners, possibly songs they already know, and easy to create activities for, depending on the area of pronunciation we are focusing on. Thank you. You can watch the other functionalities of the Spoken Kids English project in our next videos. See you at Spoken Kids English classes.